ladies and gentlemen. This is Andy Jordan for Trading Educators. Welcome to my tiny videos regarding basics in trading, mainly in futures trading. And today I want to talk about seasonality in futures trading. Answer the question, what is actually seasonality in futures trading? By definition, seasonality is a characteristic of a time series in which the data experiences regular and predictable changes that recur every calendar year. Any predictable fluctuation or pattern that occurs or repeats over a 1 year period is said to be seasonal. Well, very simply speaking, it's when a future market is moving up and down in a regular cyclical manner of a period of a year. Not coming or not looking at the future markets, let's start with something very different, but it's also a seasonal pattern is, for example, temperature. Here you see a curve temperature over 12 years. And we can see it's mainly bouncing between around about 30 to 80 degree. And we can easily see the up and down pattern or really cyclical moving up and down over a period of a year. So here we can see the seasonal pattern over 12 years regarding the temperature. And of course, it would just be great and very easy to trade such a seasonal pattern that's occurring every year in almost perfect manner. A little bit more difficult and it looks different, but here you see a seasonal pattern over 20 years regarding heating oil. And as you can see, starting in March, usually prices are moving up. Then it goes pretty much sideways between May and August. Then starts industry inventory accumulation into about beginning mid-October. And then, well, as you can read here, most of the buying is done before winter, and then when usually prices are dropping. Different curve or different seasonal pattern in the soybeans. And as you can see, starting in November, mainly going sideways, peaking out usually in May. Then prices are going down until August, and that's a typical seasonal pattern of soybeans. So from May until August, soybeans are usually in a downtrend. How do I use a seasonal pattern? Well, it's not recommended to trade completely just relying on seasonal patterns, because we all know that well, these patterns, first of all, seasonal patterns can change over time, and then markets are not always following perfectly the seasonal pattern. I will go into that in a more detailed video. This one is really just meant to be about explaining it in a very basic way, so you get interested into, well, seasonality in general. You can use it in with spread trading, as I do. Seasonal patterns are, in my opinion, more reliable in with spreads as they are with outright futures, but also using it for you outright futures trading, mainly, well, in the commodity markets, not so much in the financial markets, to be honest. You also have seasonal patterns in financial markets, but the ones with commodities in oil, in soybean, in wheat, in corn, and so on, they are, in my opinion, more reliable. Where can you start? Well, I already presented last week the book from Joe, Trading Spreads and Seasonals. Um, it explains seasonality very much in a very basic way. It's a nice read. So if you are into spreads, then you should definitely get the book, and you will also have a couple of chapters talking about seasonality. And of course, Trader's Notebook, as I just mentioned, I am using seasonality for spread trading, not so much for my outright futures trading because I'm mainly a short-term swing trader in the outrights, but long-term with the spreads, I am looking into seasonality. So thanks, guys, for listening. Hope you enjoyed this little small introduction into seasonality, and good trading, everyone.